Strange. Monica is still acting like her normal self. I remember I scared her off to go to his reality. Maybe she figured out that she can't leave this place. Or was she being sarcastic with her statement? No, I think she's hiding something. Something she doesn't want me to know. I'll get her to leak something, whether she likes it or not. That Midas though, why is he giving me strange vibes? It isn't just me being madly in love with him, I already know that Wait a minute, then who are you? I thought Monica was the one that was manipulating the original game and the one that's really in love with us. Who are you? That's something that he says. It feels off. I need to conduct my own investigation to find out what's going on with him. Let's see how this day plays out. Hi again, Midas. Hey Monica, everything alright? Yeah, you were just seeing if you would come back. Monica, just kidding. Monica runs off before I can say anything in response. She really loves to tease me, doesn't she? Well, I'm back at the club. I was the last to come in with Sayori, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for joining once again, Midas. Oh my goodness. She said once again. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Nah, it's fine with my schedule right now. Not like it's a 17-hour semester or anything. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year and the year before until yesterday. Hey, I'm a man in the club, so I kept my promise. I have my poem here, so I'm also not a slacker. And I said that figuratively. You just did it yesterday, but it doesn't mean that you will do it every day. Bet. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Manga is literature. Yes, it is! If not, then my readings of that manga I read years ago would have not counted as my time reading 2 years ago. Natsuki plops back to her seat. Don't worry guys, Midas always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. How dependable. Well, that's mainly because that's how a gentleman should act towards a madame. You help the madame, not critique the madame. Is that so? When did you start acting fancy all of a sudden? Did you forget, silly? I started doing that yesterday. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Midas could become good friends too. Oh, I forgot to mention this to you, Midas, but Yuri brought you something today. Oh wait, Sayori. Something for me? No, not really. Don't be shy. Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, but it's really not. What do I do? Sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Hey, don't worry about it. I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from anyone is a pleasant surprise. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make a big deal out of it. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her back and pulls out a book. I know you said you like a bit of fiction. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention for a while. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read and discuss this once I get the chance to. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled into my arrival, I expected Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So how are we gonna spend this day? Like, we didn't write a poem, so... I mean, we did write a poem, but what I meant is that we didn't choose who are we writing for. So how are we gonna spend our day? Everyone seems to be doing their own thing or interacting with one another. I go by each one just in case anyone needs a hand or an answer answered. Okay everyone. Monica suddenly calls out while I help out Yuri. Why don't we share our poems now? Yay! Why are you overlapping, Monica? I can't wait to read your poem, Midas! It's the same thing to you. Was that intentional? Were you able to write a poem last night? Yep. Monica and Sayori enthusiastically pull out their poems. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did the same for myself. Time to talk to Monica about what I have gotten. Hey Midas! Looks like I was first pick, huh? Yeah, but it's more important than that. Or it's more than that rather. I got some clues so far in this issue. The one that struck me the most was Yuri? I mean, it did say that we did spend time with Yuri before sharing poems, but what did we get? She said something that relates to our whole issue, our issue as a whole completely. Yuri? Yeah, I remember what she said to me. Like a plan to kill many people just to get one person at the end. That definitely sounds like the person you described to me back home. That's extremely concerning. Who that might be? Even if it came from her book, that's oddly suspicious detail to word out of a sudden. Okay, so it come from her book. Is the book connected to her villain here? Yeah. Do you have an idea what she's reading? Portrait of Markov. She gave me an identical copy. Book with an eye in the middle. Does it ring any bells? Not that I can remember. I'm going to have a bit of analysis. Okay, so the book has significance? I mean, I can only guess considering, you know, it's only the beginning of the mod. Try researching what it is. By the way, does Sayori oversleep? I forgot to ask you this yesterday. She normally doesn't run late until a few days ago. I'm worried about what she's doing to be late to class. Natsuki mentioned something about her dad. Ah, no, not her dad. About her dad not letting manga in the house. Her father can get strict sometimes. Are you sure about that? I haven't seen actual danger to Natsuki from him, but the whole manga thing does worry me a bit. Something about you not letting her put her manga in the room. More to do with space concerns. Okay, what about you? Well, a lot of them had started talking to me about how you are. Guess you were awestrucking them. You were awestrucking them by you off of one tone, of place tone. That's a given. Yes, they have some expectation of me. Not necessarily. More or less how they interact with this environment. I get ya. Still nothing though? Sadly, no. I'll keep my eye out though. Alright. Talk to you later, Monica. And done. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. I see Sayori and Monica happily chatting. However, Yuri and Natsuki are doing something different. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read, I watched their expressions change. To this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss a symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? Well, you mean you have to try it that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but that really didn't come out that nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Midas did too. Wait a minute. Do I have to choose between the two girls? Is that some sort of speed test? I'm gonna put my hand in my mouth just in case. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Midas liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Yeah, here we go. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. Eh? What the hell just happened? That's not what I... you are just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Midas appreciates my advice more than they appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't one whose moves magically grew a size bigger as soon as Midas started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys! Taking on your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's the one talking, you stupid bitch! I'm sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. Oh my goodness. Especially when the... No, how dare you, Yuri? I mean, I like all of you, but how can you say that? Especially one who reads manga. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? Okay, so... It's canon that Natsuki is in middle school. Or at least a year younger than us. And don't you fucking call out manga like that! Oh? The manga is literature excuse? I heard that so many times. Manga is a comic, not a novel, you twerp! Oh my... If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your bossy attitude. At least I'm not a nervous breakdown all the time. You can't even keep a straight face before panicking. Alright, that's enough of you two. Okay, so we're not going to choose, we're just gonna deal with this ourselves. Alright, that's enough from you two. What's the freaking problem? Midas? She's trying to make me look bad. Oh. Are we gonna choose between the two, or are we gonna deal with this ourselves? Because I'm gonna deal with this myself. That's not true. She started it. Says the girl who has daddy issues. Ooh. Oh my. You cut way too deep, Yuri. Can everyone just chill out for 2 seconds? Okay, I think I seriously lost my cool with these two because to cause major red flags. I hope that this event revealed isn't noticed by them. Why the hell are they arguing in the first place because of their styles? Thank you, Yuri. Natsuki, I understand that you two have preferred writings, but that doesn't mean you should fight over it. I have barely any clue how to write poetry until today. Let me explain why I like both of your poems. I like Natsuki's poem because it explains a lot in a few words. Yeah! Shh! I don't want to hear from you two till I say so. Oh my, okay. This 5-year time skip MC. Spicy. But I want you to understand this. It's not an excuse for you to act this way. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. Yuri? I like your poem by how you use figurative language. It made me picture the poem in my head. But here's the thing I want you to understand as well. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal if you're too critical about it. The lesson here is this. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. You have to learn how to take criticism, even if it offends us. Listen to it, but don't ignore good critics. I hope a lot of people learn this, because this doesn't apply to just Yuri Natsuki. A lot of people have to know this. Don't think of this as that I hate both of you over this. I still like you two, but the insults you threw at each other were uncalled for. So apologize to each other for the words you just said today. Yes. And I assume they said, do we? Okay. Yes, you do. Both girls pout at my response. This is hard for both of them right now. Could we just agree? But we aren't moving on. But we are not moving till everything is cleared with them. And this is also going to my analysis table. Natsuki is the first to speak up. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? I mean, you're the first one to speak, so it's... I guess expected. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, and calling you a bitch and everything else. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. I apologize as well for the horrible things I have said today. Especially the one about your dad. Do you all accept each other's apology? Yes. Good. You two may now go, but no more fighting, okay? Yes, Midas. Well, now that we're past that, okay, so that's how MC will act or interact. He's straightforward. He's not a vegetable. Okay. I hope that was worthwhile for everyone. That it was worthwhile for everyone, rather. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit in the meantime. So maybe you could pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree. What are we gonna do instead? And why is there no music still? I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. Okay, she's the airhead, so she's probably gonna say something bubbly and things. That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. I called it. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori, and I hope it stays that way. Because, if I can recall correctly, the last video, Monica said, or we said something about Act 2. So, currently we're in Act 1. We're playing through the first week. So, how is Act 2 going to play out? Or is it going to play out at all? Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. And I did say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Midas, how about you? I liked it. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Midas, a word. I walked towards Monica for a one-on-one conversation. You handled the situation alright. I didn't expect them to fight over poems and yourself, or going in a fury. But in the end, you managed to calm them down and fix the situation. You don't hate them, right? Of course not. It's just something that happens every now and then. Not sure about the others' relations. Not sure about each other's relations. But it should improve over time. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow, Midas. You too, Monica. Midas? Ready to walk home? Sure. Let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can say that I have been enjoying my time here as well, even with some ups and downs. I decided to ask Sayori about Natsuki and Yuri. Sayori? About what happened earlier. Does that thing happen often? Or does it? Good question. No! Wait a minute. We said that it happens every now and then. Now we're asking Sayori? Or probably that's just us trying to blend in, considering it's only Monica that knows that we're not the same MC as before. Like, it's been 5 years since we played the original game. That's really the first time I've seen them fight and say those kinds of things like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. I'm still wondering why there's no music. Is this some sort of bug or something? You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I did mention back there that I didn't hate them at all. I just wanted to see if they argued before, that's all. You, you know, Midas, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. That's a big ass lie. And I think everyone really likes you too. Well, we'll see about that with Yuri and Natsuki. What about me and you? Well, it makes me happy too. Minor flag I should note down. You should note that down. Every day is going to be so much fun though, I promise. I'll hold you to it. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, Midas. See you later, Sayori. After waving goodbye, I proceed to MC's house and walk in. After writing my poem for tomorrow, I start to analyze what I gathered so far from today. Sayori seems to be happy with me making friends. However, I felt something off when I asked her what she felt between us. Yuri and Natsuki seem to be a bit prone to fights and insults, so I should try to keep them both of them calm with each other. Yuri said this suspicious line. The book. Yuri might have said that that's an example. That as an example. But it's so close to the main mission cause. The plot of the book sounds familiar to her, as well as the character. Don't try to tell me this is another horror story and Yuri's the main villain. I can't, okay? I just did Storm. I can't handle horror right now. Natsuki and her dad. I don't remember anything of this happening in the original game. Let me picture this on the drawboard. I don't remember any of them saying a swear word. I mean, Natsuki called Yuri a bitch. Yuri, a line she said and the book tied to her in the main mission cause. This is bad. It's starting to develop more quickly than I expected. Tomorrow I need to grab some more evidence. To picture it bigger, but not so far. Yuri feels different along with Natsuki. Anyways, I need to go read those two books also for analysis before going to bed. Start to open Portrait of Markov and begin reading the book. This book is nothing but Yuri told me. Club stops by a church they go to yearly. The church has been turned into a cult for testing. All of them are forced to live in a medieval prison to wait for testing. Jeez, this book is way darker than the actual summary. Oh my goodness. What is this hiding? What is it hiding? Anyways, I need to finish Natsuki's manga or else she will be angry. Oh, just 2 pages! Wow! Okay. Well, this is going to be quick. And done. What time is it? Oh shit! Go to sleep! Ah crap, 12 a.m. I need to sleep, or else I'll be dozy. I turn off the lights in the room, change into my pajamas, enter the bed and go to sleep. Night, Midas. Good night. Okay, that was a bit overboard for today. But that did confirm my suspicions of him. Oh no, he knows! This mysterious entity knows who we are. He's definitely someone else. Midas would never react that way to them. It confirms my suspicion too with Monica. I should give her a present for doing so. Anyways, Midas so Midas. I hope you've enjoyed your first 2 days with them. Oh no! Because now is the time for me to begin my plan. You will be mine. And no one will get away from you. Not even Monica. Wait a minute! We're back at the menu! What happened? Wait a minute! Huh? Oh wait, why would I even press help? That's just for the controls. What the hell? We're back at the menu! What's happening? Ah! What do we do? I mean, I'll try to do this again. Reality. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, so the test is different. What the hell? Okay. Okay, here it is. So I basically started up the game again, like I made a new file. Or a new game rather, started a new game. I don't know if that was intentional, but okay, I'll just go with it. Another day passes and it's time for another day at the club. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey Midas! Hey Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Let's just hope that's real. I'm just not used to you being in the club is all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? I need to rest up a bit. And that's not like you at all. I just start from the school day, that's all. Did you sleep late again? I should be asking you, Sayori. No, I just said I'm tired from school, Sayori. I know I was hyperactive the past few days, but the regular school day seems sometimes wears down a person. What do you mean sometimes? But I'll come with you for a snack. There we go! That's the Midas I remember. First one to the vending machine has to pay. Oh, it's on. There's no scene with Yuri then? Sayori gets a head start ahead of me, but I managed to rush out of the room and overrun her to the vending machine. And done. Guess who has to pay for the snacks now? Me? Yep. Just kidding. I'm gonna buy you my own snack. Lemon chips. Ooh! I insert $2 bills in the vending machine and get my bag of chips and 25 cents to change. Your turn. About that. What about what? I spent it all at lunch today. Classic Sayori Part 2. So, do you have any money to buy an actual snack? Basically, you should be careful on what you buy, Sayori. Be considerate to your wallet for later times when you need it. What snack did you want anyways? Sayori nervously points to a cinnamon bun in the vending machine. It's cannibalism, she's eating her own kind. Not that expensive to be honest, I can easily buy that for her. I grab an extra dollar bill and hand it to Sayori. Here, take this dollar and this coin and buy it. Wait, are you serious? You're just going to give me this so I can buy my snack? Midas, you really don't have to. Take it, silly. Thank me later. Sayori steps towards the vending machine and buys her cinnamon bun. We should probably head back to the club else Monica would think we're skipping. And then... How long have you been out here? Probably a bit too long. Let's head back. So tell me, how did you prepare my visit 2 days ago? But it all started a while ago. And I thought you weren't going to accept my invite easily. So I tricked Natsuki into making them for me. And you... I raised a small eyebrow on Sayori. Huh? You had this planned out all along, huh? Yeah. Yeah! I don't know, or something attempts to smack Sayori in the face. I managed to grab the object mid-flight. What the? How did I time that so exactly while being distracted? What was... A cookie? Wait a minute, Sayori already has a snack! Huh? I take a look below me to find an exact object that just fell on the floor. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around like someone else wants to steal the cookie from her. Oh come on, Midas! Natsuki, you threw that? Well... I was just gonna get... Oh my! Wait a minute, but she already has a snack! I mean, didn't the intent for Natsuki to give the snack in the original game? So, Sayori could have a snack because Yuri scolded her about us about Sayori tricking us into buying her food? Okay. But then I heard about her blab about the cupcakes. I wanted to see her reaction to it, but your hand had to block it. didn't Sayori got hit. First of all, you shouldn't be throwing stuff at each other. Would you like it if I smacked you? I would like to see you try. Natsuki! This is so nice of you! I'm so happy! Sayori hugs the cookie which interrupts me and Natsuki's discussion. She then rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Yo, kid! Sayori... Manners. Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth. What's wrong? You bit my tongue! Classic Sayori Part 3! Avoid eating too fast next time. You're going through a lot just over one cookie, Sayori. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Natsuki off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Sneaky girl. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. That is the Sayori I know. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Not me. I mean, this is the time where she tells Sayori to like stop doing things. Stop doing Sayori things. Wait a minute. The main villain, is he or she playing a part of the plot right now? I haven't seen her either. That's a bit unusual. Maybe she's running late. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Where is she? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Not really. I like all of you. You're all equal. That's true. Excuse me. I'll try to find her. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. I immediately jump back and frightened hit the floor hard. Ow. I found her. Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you like that. Monica offers her hand to me and pulls me up. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. I was very worried. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are they talking about? Monica quizzically looks at me while I dust my uniform. I shrug. What held you up anyway? Now my last period today was the study hall. I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You'd have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Maybe the script was kinda jumbled a bit. Maybe that's part of the plot. Maybe I can only guess. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I look forward to doing it also. Look forward to it also, rather. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Midas. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I'd love the chance to share once I'm ready. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Apart from dusty Midas you made fall on the floor. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. And the whole event didn't seem suspicious. It looked like everyone has already settled down. Once again, I distract myself by seeing if everyone else needs assistance. Okay everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Not worried so much. We're going to keep it simple. We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on papers and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing! Performing? Monica! Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori has been coloring a poster and holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. No, I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud to the whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun! That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I agree. I also haven't been confident sharing my writing until a few days ago. But I don't think that's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have already been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get this over with. Alright! Ew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. That's another red flag for Yuri. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. You're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden! Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no! Don't worry. I'll start out to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course, Sayori. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook with a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is called The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri is fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be the rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. I'm the first to start applauding. Bravo! Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Someone with feels like her soft voice was made a perfect match. The poem is the name as cheery as Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole meaning. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Midas liked it. I guess that's a good sign. It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems would have worked quite well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen your poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Midas. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. I might as well let Midas lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki! It's fine. I might as well get started. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel nervous. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing yet, it's hard to put energy into it. This is the first time in a long time I've seen the girls like this. It's really nice. Despite that, once I'm finished, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of openness in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reading a poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they jump up and down as if giving life to the poem, hence it's called Jump. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hoofs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do it again. Well, do you feel less prepared enough? Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'll be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what's it like now. Make sure to pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making the pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. I should probably work on writing a new poem for the festival then. That's fine too. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. I guess that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. As for the festival, we'll finish fine tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day! I can't wait! I can do this! Alright! Midas, can you come with me for a bit? Sure. I follow Monica to another corner of the club room where the others can't hear us. Getting more concerned about these developments. Me too. Just now there have been more red flags. I've been blueprinting all of the weird stuff as of late to see what pattern is going on. So far my major concern is Yuri. Once I can gather all of the info needed as quick as I can before it's too late, we will have a chance to stop this. So far I got the fight of yesterday. Natsuki's dad, the Book of Yuri, Kimi, and her words. I don't know when said day will strike, but it's coming sooner than we think. Alright, keep me informed about your findings. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright. See you tomorrow, Monica. I walk behind Sayori and poke her in the arm to get her attention. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Looks like you two always go home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? There is nothing wrong with walking with a friend. It must be a little nice though. Well, it's okay, Midas, you don't have to say it. Okay, let's go. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. From what I can tell from my past memory of DDLC 5 years ago and recently. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. That's something strange. Hey, Sayori? Oh! Who are you? Really think he cares about you? You think you showed true emotion in your performance today? See for yourself. I bet he would prefer working with Natsuki home with you, but he's forced to walk with you because of you. Ask him and you'll see. Oh my. Okay. That is a surprise. Sorry, I was spacing out. I was thinking about something from earlier. Sayori fumbles with the words. Is that scene question marks the villain of the story, or her subconscious? Or her own inner voice? I don't know. Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say, okay. So let's just say Natsuki asks you to walk home with you. Huh? What is Sayori saying right now? She normally doesn't ask me these questions ever. Wait a minute, we're supposed to choose here. Oh no. What do you want to do? What kind of question is that? Oh no. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Natsuki? Eh? Oh my. He's lying! But she's so cute and fun to be around. Sayori, even if I wanted to walk home with Natsuki or anyone else, I will still walk with you. You always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. This cute and fun doesn't necessarily attract me purely. It's a facade, Sayori, to make you happy. Just play with it. Trust me, I know what he thinks. Oh my goodness. You're so silly, Midas. I think about it too much sometimes. Sayori, I've already decided. Sorry. Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. What caused her to act all of a sudden this way? After dropping off Sayori at her place, I return home, drop my stuff, and head upstairs to update my analysis. I have an analysis of mine as well. I'm sort of relieved that it's not horror. Like, I hope this mod isn't a horror mod. I would prefer a more dramatic and tragic mod over something like horror, because I really hate horror. I mean, you all saw how much I acted towards playing Storm. I mean, I'm open towards horror, but it's easily the thing that I'm not really into. Let's see if we have a connection now. Natsuki. Dad doesn't let her keep a mom at house and something happens during school, maybe. And also don't forget the fight where she swears and fights Yuri. Yuri. Right, once again, the book has some link to her, and she apparently somehow knows the cause of me being here. Speaking of the book, it has some story that might be of something to picture. Since the club is the death of her. Both are nervous. Sayori. Her words that said if I preferred walking with Natsuki over her struck me hard. Let me see. Wait a minute. Natsuki. Is she dealing with some sort of abuse? I need a bit more analysis on her, but so far I'm thinking that that's the case with her. Yuri is still someone to keep an eye. Though judging her personality, she tends to isolate herself. She's like me a bit. Sayori now, I have to keep an eye on after today. Monica, well, she's been the okay one out of the everyone. What about if there's some sort of plot twist and she's the one that's not okay after all? I'll see what I can gather tomorrow about them. I should get some sleep. Dang it, Midas! You're already making this hard for me to get you. Fine then, my love, I accept your challenge. Just wait and see what I can do. Snap her and the rest of them so easily that you will miss it. So are you going to do the Natsuki next snap to everyone then? And then I'll get you. I may have given you some slack on my plan this time, but from now on, it won't be easy.